Previously on Coruscant Nights.
Hey, TC-44, is it right?
Yes, sir. How may I be of service?
I'd like you to take this drive. There's some other files in there. I would appreciate it if you don't hand them out or look at them. Please deliver all of this information to Sol Dixon when you get there. TC has uncovered all of the data. It is now reads fluently, and it seems that there's a clone working with the groups that are working with this corrupt senator, and the clone's name is 814412.
All right, he heads over to that booth and calls the clone base again.
Hello?
Hello. May I speak to 814412, please?
Let me see if I can find him. No, he just left, I guess.
Where did he go?
Well, I told him where you were, and he just headed right off.
I did not see him. Did he have any distinct markings that I would be aware of?
Everybody knows him. I mean,
What's his name? Just tell me his name. Listen, tell me his name.
Yeah, he's named after his distinctive markings. It's ink, right? You didn't know that?
Ink. Thank you. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on.
TC hangs up.
When allies turn to enemies, who can you trust? When all else fails, at least you can trust in yourself.
Okay.
The door slowly slides open. Sounds like it's scraping against the wall that it's sliding into.
Uh-huh.
It's completely dark on the other side. Dust and cold mist flow through the opening of the door. And a armed battle droid steps through the door and fires a laser blast at TC-44.
What happens?
And TC-44 awakens from he's been kicked out of his mind's eye.
Uh-huh. And he's arrived at the central processing station.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was odd, wasn't it? I thought I had that. Very well, time to proceed on to the RSF office. So, you said it was a short walk, is that right? Or was it another ride?
I'm gonna say it's another short walk.
Okay.
It'll probably take you 15 minutes to walk to the next bus. That's gonna take you to your final destination.
Okay, so it'd be like, I've probably got... I'm not gonna get there in time. I won't get there in time.
Is that true? I haven't been doing the math, but you're gonna be close.
I may get there with right on time. Okay, I had better hurry. And TC-44 hustles towards the next stop. And on the way, I do not have time for this, but he turns into another comlink booth. And he calls the clone base.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello?
Who is this?
This is TC-44, Human Cyborg Relations. Who is this?
TC-44, we've been looking for you. What's your location?
Don't worry about me. I'm very close to the RSF office. I will be there on time.
The office, you say, huh?
That's where I'm supposed to be, is it not?
That's exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't go anywhere. We're on our way.
Who is this?
It hangs up.
I call back.
There's no answer.
Blast that ink. Very well. I will move along. And TC-44 walks to the next bus station.
All right.
So, I hope the bus is there. And I hope it's not the same bus.
Oh, I forgot about that. You might... How did you get away with that bus landing and you not getting murdered by all the patrons?
I woke up just in time.
All right, we're gonna just say that you woke up just in time.
Just in time. Don't worry about it.
When that bus...
That angry red fellow was nowhere to be seen.
All right, fair enough. You are approaching the bus. It is waiting for you. It doesn't seem it seems like it's waiting for more passengers to show up before it leaves.
Okay. TC-44 gets on and sits down.
Your bus takes.
And I'm going to make... Do I need to make a stealth check to sneak on?
Totally different bus driver.
TC-44 waits for somebody, a passenger, to start getting on the bus, and then gets on shortly after them to make it look like TC-44 belongs to them.
Sorry, I get it now. You should actually do a stealth check, because I forgot you don't have any money.
I don't have any money. What's my difficulty?
I'm going to say that it's easy.
Oh, okay. Can I have a boost for sneaking on right behind somebody to make it look like I'm their droid?
Yes.
A success and an advantage. The bus driver thinks I belong to that person, and I sit next to them and make polite conversation as we drive to the office.
They are an Aqualish.
How was your day today, sir? Oh, ma'am?
But you understand, because you speak many
Excellent. That is really something. I cannot believe that. Would you like to hear about my day? Oh, good. I would love to tell you every single detail about my life as a droid. And we have a conversation.
Yes, you have a conversation.
Do you want to have the whole conversation?
I'd prefer not to.
Okay.
If you'd like to hear the conversation, please replay the last few episodes. So, TC-44, we cut to the end of TC-44's story.
And then a separatist battle droid came out and shot me, and then I woke up. And then I snuck on the bus behind you. Have a nice day. TC-44 gets off the bus.
All right. It is about 6:15.
I'm late. I cannot believe it. I've never been late in my life.
The office building is right in front of you.
It's a big, brutal brick.
A big, brutal brick. And I don't think I mentioned this in the Saul Dixon episode, but in front of it is a mini stairs.
Oh, dear.
It's probably about 100 stairs. Some fountains. You know, there's kind of like a courtyard in front of it that's sort of well designed, but the building itself is very, very boring.
Okay, what do the people walking up or preparing to walk up these stairs look like?
They are mostly they look like bureaucrats.
Is there anyone big?
There's a Wookiee, a gray Wookiee in a suit. I'm going to say that they are in a suit, but no shoes, just bare feet. That's how I imagine a Wookiee business person.
So TC-44 walks as fast as he can up to that Wookiee and says, which translates to, "Sir, I am in such a great hurry. Will you please carry me up these stairs? My servos are not fast enough to get me there in time." Can I do a charm check on the Wookiee?
You should do a charm check. He's kind of busy. You're gonna have to. He's not always. He just doesn't do favors for people. That's how he got to be a successful business Wookiee.
How difficult is it? You're saying it's hard?
It's average.
Average. Okay. You got any setbacks for me?
No.
Okay, because I would remove it anyway with Kill with Kindness. Okay. The Wookiee just keeps walking.
I'm sorry.
Can never trust a Wookiee.
He gives you kind of a glaring look.
I give my best glare back with my face that doesn't move. I tilt my head a little bit. You heard me.
So, as you say that...
Go on. Go ahead. Up the stairs. You're in such a hurry.
He growls and scoffs at you, and he's gone. What did you roll?
I rolled a failure. I rolled a straight failure.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna start walking? Is there any...
Nope, I start waddling up the stairs.
Okay. There is somebody who's also kind of waddling up the stairs. Actually, they're slithering up the stairs.
Oh, is there
There's a hut in a very business-like attire. Just a business top. Because huts don't really
Yeah.
need bottoms. The hut is kind of slithering up just a little bit faster than you.
I assume they would be accompanied by tough-looking people.
There's one tough-looking bodyguard, kind of some futuristic sunglasses, but that's it. Just one. This hut might be like a CEO or something going in to argue against their an audit or something that they've received.
I call after the hut because it's going just a little bit. He's going a little faster than me. I call after him and say, "Sir, in Huddies, I don't mean to demean you, but I am ever so slow. May I please have a ride up on your tail?"
The hut shrugs and says, in hut, he says, "Why not?"
Great.
It's the bodyguard of the hut looks perplexed.
What species is the
bodyguard? We've gone through a lot of species in this game.
Oh, wait. So, as I ride up on the tail of this hut, I take a good look at him, and he is a little smaller than your average hut, and he's wearing a little hat on top of his head. His suit doesn't look particularly nice. It looks like it might be a second-hand hut suit. His bodyguard looks he's very beefy. Very beefy, and he looks very uncomfortable wearing a shirt.
As we all have at a certain point in our lives.
Yeah, he's like just tugging at the collar, and he's an Aqualish.
Great, cool.
This is a joke for just you and I because that episode we recorded is never going to come out.
That's great.
This is the Great Rufo. The
Great Rufo.
And Bromo Ballard.
Yep, I had almost forgotten about that. They're going into...
Listeners, you'll never know.
The Great Rufo is TC-44 will also never know this, but is the Great Rufo is like a magician?
No, he's like a ringmaster.
Yeah. We played this game months and months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bromo Ballard doesn't like shirts. Okay. So eventually TC-44 gets up to the main entrance of this building.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of square columns going up and tinted glass windows.
As TC-44 reaches the top of the stairs, the sun has almost completely gone down, and TC-44 can see a clone cruiser landing a few 100 feet from the stairs, about where
at the bottom
of the stairs, about where the bus dropped TC-44 off, and very, very, it's pretty far away from them right now, but you can see the white armor of a clone trooper emerging.
Just a single clone trooper.
One single clone trooper.
Oh dear. TC-44 yells down, "I made it fine, thank you very much. I do not need your help. Please go home."
The clone trooper says nothing and starts running up the stairs toward TC-44.
TC-44 shuffles into the building and walks through the lobby. So the lobby is a big oval with more big square pillars, and are there still people shuffling around?
It's almost closing time, so there are people shuffling around, but a lot of them are on their way out, actually.
Can I say that there are, at the far end, a couple metal detectors with some security people?
Yeah, there would have to be for a building like this. So I'm going to say that there are there's one person at a security, like at a check-in desk, and there's another person monitoring a metal detector, weapon detector.
Okay. TC-44 waddles as fast as he can up to the security check-in counter. Can he get there before Ink?
I think that he probably can.
Okay. All right. So he gets up to the desk, and who's working there?
It's a Rhodian in a pretty simple security uniform.
So TC-44 quickly walks up to the desk and says, "Ma'am, you must help me. There's a clone trooper after me. I'm supposed to be here. I was supposed to be here 20 minutes ago for a ceremony. I've won an award. Can you believe it? Anyway, Sol Dixon, Is that name ring any bells to you? He called me here. I have special information for him, and I believe this clone trooper wants that information.
Slow down. Yes,
I cannot slow down. He is right behind me. He's right there. As he pushes through the doors.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Ink is walking through the doors right now. The Rhodian says,
Can I describe ink?
Yeah, you invented ink in one of our Lucky Chronicles.
Yeah, I invented ink, and then ink never came back. So ink is in his normal clone trooper uniform. Most of the ones who from the 704th have just seen a little bit of battle, but they've still taken a little bit of customization. Ink's armor is all white, except for one arm is all covered in like intricate line detail in blue, almost like the armor has a sleeve.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
What does the Rhodian say to me?
Yeah, I have an appointment with you and Saul Dixon at 6 p.m. It says, quotation marks award.
An award, yes. I've won an award. I need to see Saul Dixon immediately.
There's no need to have a tone with me. Yeah, of course. You can head on up. His office is, let's see. It's somewhere here. What?
Hurry up, please hurry up. This clone is coming after me.
Sir, the clones are your friends. See the sign right behind me? It says the clones are your friends.
Yes, many clones are my friends, but not this one.
Alright, Saul's office is on the, it's the 35th floor.
I push past as soon as I hear 35th floor.
I'm gonna picture you push your way into a elevator. The doors are pretty much closing as you push your way in.
Oh, can we backtrack just a little bit? So I push past this desk and walk as quickly as I can through the metal detectors, which go off, and I don't care, and push my way into an elevator. And what were you saying about the elevator?
I think that Ink also goes through the metal detector. He has a holstered heavy blaster, and an alarm goes off. There's the other security officer kind of just lets him go because he's a clone. You slip through the doors as they're closing and narrowly escape Ink's grasp as he is stuck on the other side of the elevator.
Phew. Oh dear. What a day. Well, now that I've got a minute while I'm in the lift, I might as well try that door again.
Okay.
Can I? Do I have enough time?
You've got 2 minutes. I think time might even move a little differently in your mind's eye, in your mind palace.
Right, because it's processing. It's quick. All right, so TC-44 enters his sort of internal space again, and he sees this room, this sort of decorative room with the sunset playing on loop out the windows, and he sets his eyes on this blast door, where before it sort of looked just like a regular door. Now it's still got the same shape, but the door on it has this sort of circular design to it. Like when it opens, it'll sort of spin around a little bit. So it's got like this straight bar across with some lights on it and a circle in the middle. And he's going to try his shiny metal hand at it again. What was my difficulty?
It is going to be hard.
Okay, are you upgrading?
I am not going to upgrade this time.
I am going to upgrade again. Okay. I got 6 successes, and I got 4 threats.
Oh boy. So do you chop the door again? You karate chop it?
That method didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I popped the tip of my finger off, and there's a little computer terminal on the side of it, and I plug in. I plug in inside my mind, and it was as easy as that. I shouldn't have used force before. I should have just tried to open it.
The door slides open smoothly this time, and on the other side is darkness. and you are once again greeted by battle droid.
Yep.
The battle droid nods at you acknowledgingly,
Roger, roger.
walks around you through your mind palace.
Interesting. I walk in and turn the lights on with my mind.
So you are in the basement of your mind space.
Uh-huh.
In this room, as soon as you turn on the lights, you unlock the hidden information that has been wiped from your droid mind. I think metaphorically a scene now plays out like a flashback. You cut to a throne-like room that you recognize as the main operating cockpit control room of a Trade Federation vessel. You are standing next to a powerful-looking Nemoidian, and you are in the midst of a important business conversation with what appear to be some corrupt senators. You recognize one of the senators as the senator in question, Shobo Graz, the Coruscant senator. There are a few others that you don't recognize, but you now remember.
Mm-hmm.
They're discussing business, discussing battles, discussing war, discussing financing of armies, militaries, things like that. Their conversation concludes and they leave. Flash forward to another memory.
Yeah.
You're in a smaller room, a similar looking vessel. A clone trooper walks in. You recognize them without question as the Clone Trooper Inc. Their painted customization is not quite as elaborate.
Mm-hmm. The armor's different, it's older.
A different Nemoidian higher up gestures to you and tells this clone trooper to take care of you. Flash forward again to the first time that your memory has been wiped by Clone Trooper Inc. And upon understanding all of this, you see the basement of your mind palace, and it is filled with videos and documentation of all of your past experiences.
Yeah. The basement of my mind palace is just a different mind palace. It's no longer the basement. They're now next to each other. The first one had the images of the clone troopers that I admire up on the walls. This one has images of some Nemoidians and a handful of other important separatists on the wall. The architecture of this one is much more stark, but it's still slightly rounded in places and more metallic. And I fight the urge to just delete it.
Yeah.
As I get off the elevator on the 32nd floor?
Yep, 35th.
35th? Okay. So I get off the elevator and I look around to see if there's some sort of directory of offices.
Right as you get off, you see a sign with some names and arrows. One of those arrows says Saul Dixon.
Okay. I make my way as quickly as possible to Saul Dixon's office.
You hear the elevator open behind you.
Oh, son of a gundark. I just stop. I stop because it's unavoidable. Come on out, Ink.
Ink approaches slowly, heavy blaster drawn.
Heavy blaster. Oh, so scary.
I've heard enough out of you. I've been dealing with you for years. You know how many times I've wiped your memory?
No more, Ink. This will not happen again.
I agree. This is it. It's it for you.
I would like to initiate initiative.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna roll my lousy cool.
Ooh. Ink got 2 successes.
Yeah, I got 5 successes.
Okay, all right. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay. Did I happen to remember anything from my previous builds?
Oh, we should have done this earlier. Previous builds. What other combat skills or general skills or knowledge skills would you like to gain rank in? You want to pick Why don't you pick 2 more?
So when I karate chopped that thing earlier, that wasn't just an accident. That was like second nature, because whoever was my previous owner when I was owned by the Trade Federation, I was the bodyguard. I would like 2 ranks in Brawl, please.
Oh my gosh. 2 ranks in Brawl. You were a protocol droid bodyguard?
Yeah, I was a protector.
That sounds...
I mean, that still makes me terrible at it, but...
You'll roll a yellow? Or a yellow...
1 yellow and 1 green.
It's not that terrible.
Against 2 purples?
Yeah.
It's not a great
okay,
chance.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm going to say you can have 1 boost for catching ink completely by surprise.
Okay. Okay, so that's still really bad. Okay, it's not even going to get past his soak. TC-44 whips his arm down and hits ink right in the neck shoulder area with his metal hand, dealing 4 damage. It's got a soak of 5.
Yes.
Yeah, but catching him off guard, he got 1 advantage. So he chops him, and then I would like to... This isn't going to work the way I want it to. Okay, I'd like to give him 1 strain, and then use both of my maneuvers to run down the hall as fast as I can.
Okay, I'll allow that.
So TC-44 judo chops ink and then books it out of there. How far is Sol's office?
I think it's 50 feet. You're running by offices. They're passing by.
Yeah.
You're at a protocol droid jog right now.
Yeah. Heads turn as I yell, Agent Dixon! There's an armed man here who is trying to attack me!
So, you've got a little bit of a head start. Ink is going to pursue you. Your chop took him off guard a little bit, and let you put a little distance between you. I'm gonna say you're at like medium range right now.
Okay, so it's average difficulty if you wanted to shoot me.
He's gonna take a shot at you from down the hall.
Okay.
So let's see, we've got a heavy blaster pistol, which is range light. Okay. He fires a shot, it flies over your shoulder, it puts a big heavy blaster mark in the ceiling. A little bit of some cheap tile falls down on the head of TC-44. He is running after you as fast as he can at this point. You are just a few feet now from Sol Dixon's office.
Okay, the first thing I want to do is yell for Sol Dixon again. Agent Dixon, there's somebody shooting blasters in the building. Surely somebody can stop this. And then TC-44 stops in his tracks, bends over, picks up the tile that fell, and throws it at
I feel like I want you to do a coordination check and a ranged light check.
So that I don't fall over when I stop abruptly?
Yeah, I just have a hard time picturing it, but if you can tell me it's possible. Just average all the way.
Man, oh dear. Oh, it's a wash.
So he bent down and then he changed his mind.
Well, he wasn't able to completely stop.
Oh, so he just keeps running.
He doesn't have a very good center of balance.
Yeah.
No, you made me do a coordination, right? That was coordination. Was a wash. So his center of balance is not very good. So as he tries to completely stop, he ends up sort of tripping and sliding, and
he doesn't lose or gain any ground.
Yeah, he doesn't lose or gain any ground, and then he's going to use his maneuver to finish the distance between him and
I'm going to say
Sol's
as
office.
He approaches the office. Of course, Sol Dixon has a office with frosted glass, a giant frosted glass pane that is written Sol Dixon on it. He can see Sol Dixon's looming shadow heading towards his office door as he approaches.
And then what?
The door opens. you see Saul Dixon. He has his gun, and it's aimed straight down the hall. Saul Dixon has 2 ranks in ranged light, and his agility is 2. I'm going to say that at this point they're at short range.
Okay, so the ink is running towards TC and Saul.
TC is moments away from being shot right in the back. The door opens to Saul Dixon and his heavy blaster pistol, and he fires and hits him with 1 success and 1 advantage.
What's the damage on the weapon?
7.
So 8 damage.
Minus the soak value. I think that the blast hits Ink, and he's very surprised to be hit. It hits him kind of in like the lower chest, and it stops him from pursuing any further. He is wounded, but still conscious. He wants to shoot TC-44 to cover up all this info, but the danger of being killed is gonna get in the way of that. So he's gonna shoot at Saul Dixon. Oh man, this might be bad.
What do you got?
He got 4 success, 3 threat, or one of his successes is a triumph.
Okay, so what's the damage on his weapon?
It's 7, yeah.
7 plus your number of successes,
which is 3.
So that's 10. 10 damage minus Saul's soak and probably a crit to Saul.
Yeah, he nails Saul. Saul doesn't have a bulletproof vest or anything. He's just in his normal work clothes. He's always ready for a fight, but he is hit hard. The hit with his heavy blaster rifle it kind of hits him in the arm and the chest at the same time. I'm going to say that Ink's triumph knocks the heavy blaster pistol out of Saul's hand, and it rolls to the floor.
3 threats, though.
Saul has been wounded pretty badly. He has been disarmed. Saul's got some tricks up his sleeve. He kind of backs into his office, clutching his wound, putting the half-open door in between Saul and Ink.
Saul went back into his office?
Yeah.
But Ink got 3 threats. That may have been the last shot on his blaster.
Of Ink's blaster?
Yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm the game master here.
Listen, I'm the game master here.
Yeah, I'm going to say that... Well, but he got a triumph.
Yeah. Well, you knocked out Saul's weapon with the triumph. I'll take some boost die on my next roll.
Yeah, I'm going to give you... I'll just give you boost die.
Okay. So it's TC-44's turn. TC-44 is going to make the assumption that the 3 of them are not alone on this floor. The doors are all closed, but there have to be people working late here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And TC-44 is going to yell at the top of his mechanical lungs, "There's an armed man with a blaster here. He is trying to kill me and Agent Saul Dixon. All RSF agents, please come out and stun this man." And I want to make a leadership check.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
Average.
And do I have any setbacks?
No, because a few people have opened their doors and are inquiring into where these blaster fire are coming from.
Okay. So I'm rolling 2 greens, a yellow, 2 purples, and 3 blues for the threats?
Sure.
So it's the threats or this is noisy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got 4 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what happens, or do you want me to tell you what happens?
A Troig, a Miriellen, and a Snivian all come out of their offices with their blasters ready and set to stun. Saul Dixon gets his ankle blaster out and peeks around the corner of the office. 4 stun shots almost simultaneously hit this clone and send him to his knees.
Okay. Is combat Do you feel like combat is resolved?
That's up to you.
I think
I want TC-44 to be the one who made the last roll.
I think Ink is slowly... He's kind of writhing in stun pain, and he slowly raises his heavy blaster to TC-44, who is about a foot away from him right now. If he gets this shot off, it's going to send TC-44 into 5 perfectly popped apart pieces.
But can I?
And you have a brief opportunity to interject before he pops you into pieces.
Oh, I was really hoping that he looks up, pointing this blaster, and I am holding Soul's knockdown blaster.
Roll to see if you can do it.
What would I roll?
Athletics?
Just to see if I could get it in time?
Yeah.
Great. What am I rolling against?
Let's say it's average difficulty.
All right.
And
yeah,
you can have a boost because this time it's personal.
This time it's personal. Yeah, I failed with a threat.
No.
So I have one. I rolled 1 green die.
Can you tell me what happens?
Yeah, okay. TC-44 starts to pretend to be athletic and awkwardly says, "This time it's personal," as he sort of slowly bends over because his knees don't really work the way that they should to the floor to grab Saul's blaster. And Ink gets a single shot off, and that is the last thing that TC remembers. And then TC wakes up in a bright room on a table. There seems to be some sort of wiring coming out of his neck and out of his right index finger, but all systems are showing at least mostly working.
I kind of wanted to make a sappy ending. So I think when he awakes,
yeah,
a couple of his favorite clones are huddled around his dismembered body.
So yeah, he tilts his head up and sees that his head is still attached to his torso, and his arms are off to the sides, just barely plugged in, and his legs are off to the sides on the bottom, barely plugged in. And standing around him are Reggie and Gusto and Teeth. And Teeth is over there looking at a computer that there's another clone on that TC doesn't recognize. And you see Saul Dixon in the corner too, also looking at that computer. And it looks like they've got a lot of data.
They're decrypting all of the data that TC-44 has brought them.
They don't even need to, because TC-44 did the job.
Yeah, they're not, I take it back, they're not decrypting it, they're just looking at it. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that was hidden within that data file that is now that has now been revealed to them. So they have all this new information on the Senator, on Ink, and even more information about the Trade Federation and their dealings with other senators.
Because they've got my basement.
They also have some of TC-44's memories that have been uncovered as files, but they don't delve too deeply into it because they want to allow TC-44 his privacy.
The screen that they're looking at briefly shows a recorded video of a sunset, and TC-44 turns his head over to Teeth, and Teeth looks over at him, and he says, "Sir, may I shut down for the night?"
Well, of course, but don't you want your award first?
As soon as I decrypted that file, I knew that award was out of my reach. I don't deserve an award.
We didn't mean to trick you, but we did have something made up last minute. Saul, can you grab it? Saul pulls out a little medal that they had made up for TC-44.
What does it look like?
It's got a close-up of a protocol droid head on it. It's kind of like buffed, bronze gold, and it's small. It's just like 2 inches in diameter.
Oh, I don't deserve this, but thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me.
Of course. Well, feel better. Thanks for the info. You're a integral member of our team.
I've got one request.
What's that?
You clones, you have your nicknames and your personalization. I mean, Dice has the dice pips on his helmet, and Spicy has that nice red line on his. Do you think I could have a red arm?
I don't see why not. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, thank the maker.
Yeah, we do what we want down there. No, we don't let these bureaucrats up here tell us what to do. You want a red arm, it's yours.
Thank you, sir. Now, if you don't mind, I really would like to shut down for a little while.
Absolutely. We'll see you later.
Good night, Teeth.
And TC-44's eyes blink off in an unmoving, undreaming sleep that is to be a shut-off robot.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thanks to Doug for GMing on these episodes. You can find Doug's art at voidboy.art.
Our music is by Mark Eberhardt.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, or you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the podcast and want to show your support? You can leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher. You can buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/CoruscantNights, or you can visit us on Patreon.
Want to hear more stories about TC-44 and his clone brothers? Head on over to our Patreon, where we're just starting the second season of the Lucky Chronicles. Check it out at patreon.com/CoruscantNights. Now stay tuned for a preview of next week's episode.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now, I am the game master.
All right, so you said we're doing a medicine check of...
Yeah, average, so 2 purples.
Alrighty. So this man is a skilled practitioner of medicine. I have 3 yellows and a green.
Yeah.
Against the 2 purple. All right, that is 5 successes and I think it's not a threat. All right,
that's a threat. All right. Looking Demo up and down, you see cybernetics all over the place. He's got that visor. You can tell that under his sleeves, he's got cybernetic arms and all sorts of technology all over his body. And he says to you,
"So, Aurora Biotech, you know that company, right?"
Of course.
Yeah, up on Dak Avenue. They've been working on some interesting stuff. And the catch, I know that they got this new cybernetic hand, and it's got some interesting features. And I was hoping you might be able to get your hands on it for me.
I don't usually go for petty larceny, but...
Oh, I know. Yeah, but you do what it takes, right? Because I got some interesting information.
All right, let us hear it.
So Aurora, they are in the possession. They just came upon this new medical discovery. It's a vaccine, and it has eradicated viruses, multiple viruses, different viruses, like an unprecedented kind of thing. Thought you might, want to get your hands on that. Might help with your, research.
Now, since Fife doesn't have any eyebrows or anything, there would be a slightly raised eyebrow on his face if he had them. So I don't know what kind of interested, surprised look a featureless face could make, but there's definitely
maybe a mental eyebrow.
Exactly. I guess there's the buzzing in his head is a little bit louder in Demo's head. A universal vaccine. That
No, I didn't say universal, but it's cured a lot of things, like more than a vaccine really should.
well, when I am done with it, it will be universal.
Yeah, so I mean, I can give you all sorts of stuff here, give you information and stuff, but you usually give me cash. I'd like you to maybe get this hand instead.
That sounds fair. Consider it done.